I think I might be losing my damn mind. Like, I think I might be losing my mind. What is happening here? Like, what is actually happening? This, for me, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I gotta give credit where credit's due to some of these journalists, because if I didn't have all the other shit I was doing, I would be even losing my damn mind even more. So it says here that WNBA offered no proposal at the CBA meeting. There is only one positive side to this, is that they do very much say they didn't show up with a proposal. The odds of them not showing up with a proposal was basically, if you guys don't know, the player sent in a proposal, the WNBA counter proposal, the player sent in the same proposal again, and the WNBA just said, no, we're not responding to that. So clearly, they're putting the ball in the player's court, and that is realistically what they're doing. They are absolutely putting the ball in the player's court, and as you can see here, sides met in person for the first time in months. Monday, the league still hasn't responded to December proposal from the players. Let's see, it was the first time players met in person with the league and members since the fall, roughly 6 weeks since the union's last proposal sent out. The WNBA didn't counter the players' proposal at Monday's meeting. It says communicated to the union on Monday the league will begin working on an official response to the proposal. They volunteered they have not proposal prepared at the top of the meeting. I kind of set the tone for the conversation because we were hoping to hear otherwise. They said the 3-hour meeting was instead spent with both sides explaining the thinking behind their most recent proposals. One of the main priorities, according to one source familiar with negotiations, was to allow players and owners to connect and ask questions of each other. The league's last proposal, submitted in December, includes a max salary of $1.3 million, average salary of $530K. I mean this when I say this. I say this at the time, players don't have to accept that. But it was when players started calling that proposal a slap in the face. Like, you have 6.5x the max contract. You have 6.5x the max contract. They were calling that a slap in the face. And I'm like, look, even if you sign that, you are signing a good deal. Like, you're not signing a best deal. No matter what happens, the players have got a good deal. They have got a good deal. Is it a good or an absolutely perfect, exceptional deal? There is a difference. But they're signing a good deal no matter what. Housing, retirement benefits, professionalism, standard inclusive facilities are the union's three highest priorities. The thing is, you want to know what that all costs? Revenue. And the problem is that if you add all of that in, that eats into the net revenue of the league. And if you have all these basically, if you quadruple the costs of running a team, and there's a reason why they want to pay it off net revenue, because they're like, well, our league's working at a loss. If we put on gross revenue, we're guaranteed to be working at a loss. It is what it is. So it says here, WNBPA was joined the league office by 3 other players: Alicia Clark, treasurer Bree Turner, and I don't know why Steph Dolson was one of them, who's a player rep for the Mystics. Joined the meeting on Zoom were Vice President Kelsey Plum, Collier, Stewie, as well as Elizabeth Williams. Plum and Collier were originally supposed to attend in person, but were unable to travel due to issues flying from Miami. I don't know what issue it was. From what I saw, they were on a plane and there were no flights. There were no flights cancelled between Miami and New York, from what I could see. Could be wrong. Absolutely could be wrong. But if this meeting was that important, by the way, whatever about Kelsey Plum, she had a game. There is no excuse for Fee Collier not to have been there. None whatsoever. She did not have to be at Monday nights or Sunday nights on rival game. She doesn't need to be there at every single game. There's no excuse. Absolutely, there's an excuse for Stewie not being there. There's an excuse for Plum not being there. There is no excuse for Fee not being there. But it probably worked out for the best. In total, the union of 40 players joined the meeting, including or via Zoom, including those excluded from the executive committee, or including those from the executive committee who were unable to attend. On the league side was Kathy Engelbert, members of the Labour Relations Committee, and other team owners. The committee is made up of 7 team owners executives: Suzanne, the Dream owner, the Sky co-owner, the Sun president, the Kelly Krauscott from the Fever, Greg Bibb, Matt Ishbia, and Jilly Glider. Glider and Rizzotti were there in person. Ishbia joined via Zoom, and the Liberty owner, Clara Sai, and Sue Bird were there. So, do you want to know who wasn't there? The good old Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever's rep did not show up to the meeting. Like, really? Really? And she didn't even show up on Zoom. And by the way, anyone who says the Indiana Fever are this unbelievably good organization, they're not. I mean this when I say this. They're not. They've been an incompetent organization for the last decade. They just looked into Caitlin Clark. So, who wasn't there? Obviously, the Dream co-owner, the Sky co-owner, the CEO of the Wings, and the Fever. Of course. The three people who were involved, the three biggest players in the league, didn't show up. Like, come on. Earlier in days reported this, that strong debate was occurring amongst the members of the WNBPA 7-team executive committee. According to this report, one group believes now is the time to stand firm. The other group is less inclined to pursue a strike. Women's Clark denied any division. I don't think it's fracturing. Alicia Clark said, as the EC, the point of our job is to have these conversations behind doors with one another. You're able to hash through it all because it's a lot, it's complicated. There are so many things that are on the table in proposal, and thus having discussions doesn't equate to fracturing. By the way, like, nobody said anything with fracturing. What she has basically confirmed is that, yes, this is true. She has confirmed, yes, this is true. It says here they had a prep call and they had a politician and a AFL. What is the AFL CIO? I don't know what that is. We're on the call when message of support. That doesn't mean anything, no offense. It says here they expressed feeling lack of urgency from the league side coming out of Monday's meeting after the WNBA failed to offer a counter proposal. They added the time could have been better spent considering players had not had an in-person meeting with the league since close to the WNBA finals. However, the stance on strike has not changed yet. There's so many more conversations to have had before strike can be called, Clark said. After meeting today, it's still on the table until we get responsible league proposals. There's nothing we've been able to negotiate and go back and forth and even warrant, okay, what does the strike look like? It's on the table as it has been since the vote happened. It sounds like they are going to... The strike is the last resort, which is good. Like, for me, this just shows that the owners are the owners are trying to wait them out. The owners are absolutely trying to wait them out. They know that one side is being urgent, and that is the players, and that the owners are absolutely just trying to wait them out. And I don't necessarily think that that is the worst thing in the world from the players' suggestion. They just need to be a little bit, I don't even mean like showing their hand, but like they have showed their hand. The way the players have reacted to everything, they have. I think they've kind of showed their hand in a lot of scenarios, and it's a tough one. It's a tough one. That being said, though, I think I'm actually coming. A lot of people are coming out today saying the season's over. I actually come out today looking way more positive. The last line from Alicia Clark, and the fact that there is at least one side of, at least half of the WNBPA EC are on the side of like, look, we just need a season. Basically, like, even if we don't get it, we need to just forget about the revenue split and just try get the other things. So that's a good sign for me. Anyway, I'll see you guys.